Hello and welcome to BBC World News. In his first days in office, President Biden has issued an executive order to review all existing policy which discriminates against gay and transgender people. This includes reversing former President Trump's ban on transgender people serving in the army, which was announced in 2017. Well, Sasha Buchert is a lawyer and transgender woman who served in the Marine Corps in the 1980s. Sasha was involved in a federal lawsuit to challenge the Trump administration in 2017. Thank you so much for joining us on BBC World News, Sasha. First of all, your reaction to this news.
Oh, we're absolutely thrilled, to see this discriminatory and harmful garbage policy be tossed into the dustbin of history. Decisions about who should enter the military or serve in the military should be based on generally applicable standards that everyone should have to meet, whether it's the physical, mental, or background checks. And transgender service members have been meeting every one of those requirements. We've been litigating this case for over 3.5 years now, and the Trump-Pence Department of Justice has provided no serious evidence to show that that's not the case. In fact, the transgender service members in the U.S. have exceeded those requirements and have received awards and have deployed worldwide to austere places like Afghanistan. And it's also the case, obviously, that there's 18 other countries that allow open transgender service, including in the UK, without, the boogeyman that the Department of Justice raised in this case. Transgender people should not be presumptively denied to serve or as unfit to serve.
What kind of impact, Sasha, did former President Trump's ban have? What kind of damage did it do to transgender servicemen and servicewomen? Yeah,
the badge of inferiority that the ban placed on service members caused great harm. There's for the people who wanted to enlist during that period when we were able to win a nationwide preliminary injunction that prevented the ban from going into effect for about a year. But after the ban went into effect in 2019, that effectively prohibited people from entering the military that were transgender folks. And, there's a lot of people that have long family histories of service that were denied that opportunity. And for the people that were serving, it stamped them with a badge of inferiority and led to denials of promotions and prevented those people that hadn't come out already from serving openly. So, there's a significant harm that was caused. But transgender people are fighters. We've always been here, we'll always be here, and we'll always be fighting. And, they have fought this, from the very beginning and will continue to fight it. And we're excited that they'll be able to put on the uniform and go to work and not have to look over their shoulder to wonder if the commander-in-chief has their back. So we're really excited about it.
What was your experience, Sasha, as a transgender person in the military when you were serving?
Yeah, I love I served in the Marine Corps, a long time ago, but I love my experience, and I would have stayed in the military if it hadn't been for the ban that was in place at that time. I knew that I couldn't continue to serve because eventually I would be found out. You can't deny who you are. And so I had to leave. And that, unfortunately, is likely what some of the harm that happened to the people that have been serving under this ban. So we're excited to see that be eliminated so that people can go to work and do their job and not have to fear for being discriminated against who they are.
Do you think that, the future looks a lot brighter now for transgender people within the military? I mean, what does the future look like?
I do. I feel I'm very confident that that this has to come from the top, which it is. The Biden administration has been very clear about this as a priority, and that this will have an impact on all the transgender military service members, and that they'll be able to go to work and concentrate on their job and worry about defending the country rather than worrying about whether they're going to be drummed out of the military because of some animus-based policy that was implemented. And I also want to say this is a part of a long history of the fight to fight. This goes back to the fight to integrate the U.S. military with African American soldiers back in the 40s, to the fight for gays and lesbians to serve openly against the don't ask, don't tell policy, or for women in combat roles. So this is a part of a long history of that fight to fight, and it's going to have the removing of the ban will have a significant and helpful impact for those transgender service members who are actively serving or wishing to join.
Okay, Sasha Buchert, it's been good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's get you some of the day's other news now.